Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Ethereum price is forming something very interesting. The price of Ethereum is still currently forming this pattern, but in just a moment, I'll be getting into a brand new pattern that is forming for Ethereum that we need to pay attention to. And I thought I might quickly include Litecoin towards the end of this video because of this insane move that we just saw in the price. I'll be explaining what actually happened, what was a cause of this, because within the time frame of 1 hour, we saw over 200 million US dollars completely liquidated. All of that and more in this video, so make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this valuable information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to just drop a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more videos just like this one. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're going to start off on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, and as I actually discussed recently on the channel and also in my Bitcoin update video, Ethereum is potentially forming this falling wedge pattern. Now, preferably, I would like to see another major touch point along this line of resistance just here, because 2 touch points isn't really enough to confirm this as a significant line of resistance. Now, you could actually adjust this line a little bit and argue that we actually saw the first touch point back here, making that a total of 3 touch points. And possibly with this crazy wick that we just saw, that might even be 4. But once again, if we get another touch point along that line, that would just be extra confirmation that we are forming this pattern, because we've already seen 3 touch points along this line of support, confirming it as support for Ethereum. So initially, by the way, we have this red line of support. Just zooming out here on the Ethereum chart, as you can see, previously Ethereum actually found massive support along this red line, and right now that line is coming in at around 3,170 approximately, and this line of support for the falling wedge pattern is coming in at around 3,150. And if you're actually paying attention to the candle wicks, then that is coming in at more like 3.1k, and the resistance to the upside right now for Ethereum is coming in at around 3.4k approximately. And as always, anytime we break a significant level on the chart, we need some strong confirmation. Whether we're breaking resistance or breaking support, we need to see confirmation once again. And what I mean by that, for the new viewers on the channel, I would like to see either a major spike or a surge in the volume as we are breaking an important level. Once again, that could be support or resistance. And also, if we break out and actually see some sort of retest of the previous significant level to confirm it as support, if we're breaking out to the upside, for example, or if we're breaking to the downside, confirming it as resistance, that also acts as another confirmation. And finally, the third confirmation method that I use is looking for the candle closes. So right here, we're on the 4-hour chart. So for example, getting a major 4-hourly candle close below support. And by the way, the bigger the time frame, the more significant the candle close is. So if you get a daily candle close below support, that is much more significant than a 4-hourly candle. And obviously, if you get a weekly or even a monthly candle close below a significant level, then once again, the bigger the time frame, the more important that candle close is. So I would certainly not be looking at the 1-minute time frame to look for a candle close below or above support. And if we can break the resistance just here, the technical price target for a falling wedge pattern is simply the top of the wedge. So that's actually not too far above the resistance line just here. That's only at around 3,560 approximately, if you're looking at the tops of these previous wicks. So if we're breaking the resistance, that would be a move of around 5% to the upside for Ethereum. So if you're on a 10x leverage, that's a 50% gain. But obviously, I don't recommend leverage trading for the complete beginners out there. That is something that should only be left for those of you that have a bit more experience in these markets. And by the way, for any of you that are interested in trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, or really any crypto for that matter, I actually posted a video here on this YouTube channel showing exactly how I open and close trades, whether that's a long position, a short position, a conditional order, a market order, all of that and more. And by the way, you'll find a link to that tutorial video in the description down below. It'll probably be the second link in the description, and the first one will be a link to the platform that I actually use to trade. And obviously, something else that's also acting as support for Ethereum right now is the 50-day exponential moving average. That is currently coming in at around 3,160, and we've already seen a couple nice bounces along this moving average. And zooming back further in the charts, during the bearish times, this was providing major resistance for the Ethereum price. And zooming back even further, during the more bullish times, we saw multiple bounces along this exact moving average, and once again, this acted as support during a bullish trend. trend. So right now, if we can hold above that level at around 3160, give or take, that would be amazing to see. If we start breaking well below that with confirmation, then that obviously will be setting up Ethereum for more of a bearish trend that would probably last for at least a week at the minimum, and probably longer than that. So it is actually quite important that we hold this level, because also we have this other pattern that we're currently forming for Ethereum. It uses the same level of support as that falling wedge pattern that I was just discussing, but as you can see here, we have this M pattern, also known as a double top pattern, and it's basically the exact opposite of a W pattern. I've covered the W pattern many times here on the channel, but I haven't really covered this M pattern too often on the channel. But yeah, as I just explained once again, it's basically the opposite of a W pattern. So if we're breaking the supports just here, that's how you know we're heading to the downside. And the technical price target, if we do break that support, which is the same support as I was just mentioning, once again, the technical price target is coming in at roughly around 2.8k. So if we're breaking the support just there down to that price target, that is around an 11% move to the downside. And just zooming out on the chart and bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from that low of around $1,700 up to that high at just above $4,000, as you can see, that's also coming in pretty close to the 50% Fibonacci level, which is coming in at around 2870. So once again, just above that price target. So that 50% Fibonacci level that comes in before the price target could be a reason that we might not actually make it all the way to that price target, even if we break that initial support first. And also what's really interesting is right now, this supports that we're currently testing is actually the 38.2% Fibonacci level as well. So we've literally got about 4 different support lines all coming in right here at roughly around 3.1k to 3.2k. Once again, we had that initial red line that I drew out earlier coming in right here. We have this neckline for the M pattern coming in at the same area, the 50-day EMA and the 38.2% Fibonacci level, all coming in at roughly around 3,150, give or take. So as I said earlier, and I'll reiterate it again, if we do break below this support level, then that is not good for Ethereum in the short term at least. But if you still want to have a bullish perspective on this, if we do end up breaking the support just here, think of that as a buying opportunity, because obviously we'll be looking bearish in the short term, but in the much longer term future of Ethereum, I'm still very bullish on Ethereum in the long term. I'm talking months and years from now. So no matter what's really happening here in the short term, once again, if we do end up seeing that bearish price action, that is simply an opportunity to accumulate more at some cheaper prices. And that's exactly what I would be doing if we do end up breaking to the downside. All right, now quickly checking out the Litecoin to US dollar chart here on the 4-hour time frame, just because of how crazy this is. As I said in the intro of this video, this is a giant wick to the upside. I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, once again, that is not normal price action. If you're actually zooming in right into the 15-minute time frame, so each one of these candles is only 15 minutes, we saw an absolutely massive explosion in the Litecoin price in just a single 15-minute candle. And if you're wondering exactly how big that explosion was, we actually pumped from around $175 up towards around $237 in just 15 minutes. So from the bottom of that candle just there to the top, that was around a 34% pump to the upside in just 15 minutes once again. And then as you can see just here, what happened next was basically over the next 1 hour, we completely erased all of those gains. And by the way, it was actually because of this Litecoin move that we saw quite a volatile move over the last couple of hours in Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of other top cryptos out there as well. It was Litecoin this time around that actually caused that move in a lot of other cryptos. And why did this move actually happen in Litecoin? Well, it was mostly due to the fact that there was some fake news about Litecoin just recently. There was some article that came out about apparently Walmart accepting Litecoin as a currency, and then the official Litecoin Twitter actually tweeted out that news and everyone went crazy all at once. And then within a couple minutes, the Litecoin Twitter immediately deleted that tweet after the price had pretty much already exploded to the upside here and everyone started catching on that this isn't really legit news. And then obviously that was when the selling kicked in for Litecoin after that huge 30% pump. And anytime we see even a slightly volatile move in the market, what actually happens is leverage amplifies that move. So what I mean by that is basically there's a lot of leverage long positions and short positions on almost all top cryptos, and that clearly goes for Litecoin as well. So if we see a major move to the upside, usually that starts liquidating short positions. People that were betting on the price going to the downside, once again, they are forced to close their positions as the price heads higher and higher. And then everyone is jumping into long positions, betting on the price going higher and higher. And then when the price starts dumping back to the downside, all of those long positions that were just opened start getting liquidated on the way down, which creates a very violent move to the upside and then straight back to the downside. And we've actually got proof that there was a lot of leverage in the market, a lot of borrowed money that actually helped to amplify this move just here. Because as you can see here, in the last 4 hours alone, nearly 300 million US dollars worth of long positions and short positions were completely liquidated. Now, in the last 1 hour, that's only 9 million positions that were liquidated, but keep in mind that this happened just over an hour ago now, around 2 hours ago. But when this was actually happening over here in the last 1 hour time frame, there was actually over $200 million worth of positions that were liquidated in just 1 hour. And as always, I kept you guys updated over on my Twitter right after this actually happened. So if you want real-time updates in the market so you're not missing out on these things, definitely check out my Twitter. The link to my Twitter is in the description. So if you're kind of ignoring this move just here, really nothing too much has changed in the price of Litecoin and a lot of other cryptos out there as well over the last few hours. It was just obviously the fact that we actually had this massive move in the middle of this pretty much sideways price action that created a massive panic in the markets. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video or got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more videos just like this one. I honestly appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, that's really everything to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.